Hey everybody, how you doing out there? This is Faith Patia coming to a theater near you. Let's talk about something that's really interesting. What do you think about when I say the word trust? I mean, what comes to your mind when I say the word trust? I didn't say trusting somebody. I didn't say trusting in whom. I just said what comes to mind when you hear the word trust. And then I want to ask you, is there anybody, after you think about what comes to your mind when you hear the word trust, that you believe that you trust? I mean, out of all this world and all the people you've met and all the places you've been and all the things that you've done, have you ever learned to trust? Well, let me help you out here. Let me first give you what I saw as a definition for trust. And then after I give you that definition, perhaps you can ponder it and then decide whether or not it's something that you feel that you partake in, okay? It says the definition of trust is a firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. Let me say that again. Trust is a firm belief in the reliability, the truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. So, again, I'm going to ask the question, is there anybody anywhere that trust anybody, something, or someone in your life? I know that there are times when we've been in relationships and perhaps we thought that we could trust the person that we were in a relationship with, whether it was a spouse or a friend, a situation. Perhaps you worked a job and thought that you could trust the person that was your supervisor, and things happened. And perhaps you were just a child, believing and trusting your parents for what they said. Perhaps you were parents believing and trusting the things that your children said to you. Have you ever learned to trust? What does that really mean to you? Trust. And I had to ask that question, and that's why I keep saying it over and over again. Trust, what does it really, mean to me? I just know that I've been in several situations whereas I really believe that I trusted a person. And I believe that I was not foolish for trusting them. Because when you trust someone and you believe in what they say, you believe in the things that they do and what they tell you, it is not your fault that they do things to compromise that trust. It's not your fault that they don't respect or honor the fact that you trust them. But yet, when I think about trust, I think about also betrayals. Betrayals that came from people that we did trust, people that we thought had our best interest at heart. And then I remember reading the scripture in Proverbs 3:5, and it says, trust in the Lord with all your might and lean not to your own understanding. Trust in the Lord with all your might and lean not to your own understanding. Because if we were to lean to our own understanding and trusting the Lord, then that would be predicated on what the Lord did or not did. Whatever he did, whether he did something good or whether felt he did something bad, our trust in him will be predicated on what he did or didn't do. Just like most of the time, our trust in people is usually predicated on how long they do something, right or wrong, until we can no longer trust them. But the Bible tells us to trust in the Lord with all of our might and to lean not to our own finite mind understanding. Knowing that no matter what he does, no matter what decisions God makes or doesn't make that we think are right or not right, and of course they always have to be right because God is always right. At least he is in my world. He's my everything. But it's not easy for me to trust. I say quickly, Lord, I trust you. I trust you, God. As long as you don't ask me to give up my car. I trust you as long as you don't ask me to give up my last mite like the woman was asked in the Bible. I trust you as long as you don't ask me to give up that empty room to somebody that I don't like. I trust you as long as you do what I want you to do, God. And I've come to realize that's not even really trust. That's just crazy. When you trust somebody, it's like you rely on whatever it is that they mean to you. You rely on whatever it is that your experience is with them. It's a good one. It's one that's trustworthy. And my question to you is that do you feel, in talking about trust, that you're trustworthy? Have you taken a conversation that perhaps somebody trusted you with and said, don't mention it. Don't tell it to anybody else. And you said, girl, don't worry about it. God, don't worry about it. You ain't got to worry about me telling it to nobody. And yet you did just that. So they trusted you with something that was important to them, just to find out later that it was all over the place, that somebody told somebody who told somebody else. Are you trustworthy? Who are the people that you trust? Who are the ones that you've told that you'd be there, or they told you that they'd be there for you? And yet when it came time to be there, they didn't have your back, and you trusted them. And because of the fact that the trust that they promised you, they didn't come through with, are you going through life not allowing people an opportunity to trust you? These are things that just I ponder, and things that come to my mind, and sometimes the Lord challenges me with these things. And now I'm challenging you with it. Think of the word trust. Think of your life. Put them two together. Do they match? Do they gel? Do they mix? Can somebody trust you? Can your children trust you to be there for them? Can your husband trust you to be faithful to him? Can your job trust you to be on time and to work as unto the Lord, and when they're not around, not cut up and just do what you want to do? And I'm realizing more and more and more in my ability of learning about trust and what it is like to be trusted and to be trustworthy. But you know what? I'm going to look to the Lord, and I'm going to trust him when I can't see him. And I'm going to believe him when I can't feel him. And I'm going to just go for it all the way, no matter what. Because I know that if he says he's a friend that sticks closer than a brother, and if he says that I'm to trust him with all my might, my strength, there's something good that's going to come out of it. So my question to you is that will you learn to trust? And if not, try it. You'll find out that perhaps there's more to it than you think, and that maybe you're more trustworthy than you even think as well. Okay? God bless you. We'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.